We want to take a look now at some of the big entertainment stories dominating the headlines today.
And who better to have on hand to break it all down is our old pal, Entertainment Tonight senior news editor Jennifer Peros. What's up, Jen?
Not much. How are you guys?
What's going on?
A lot.
I know. All right. So first thing I guess we want to talk about is Janet.
Yeah.
Nasty.
I know. So happy for her. She's a new mommy.
She is no longer nasty.
She's no longer nasty. Now she's mommy.
She's
yeah.
mommy.
She's going to be singing in that nursery.
Right.
Yeah, we're really happy for her. Her rep confirms to us that she welcomed her little son, Issa, yesterday morning. And from what she says, the delivery went great. Baby and mommy are doing healthy and just fine. They're just resting. But yeah, of course, this one made headlines a few months ago when she announced her pregnancy at the age of 50.
She's 50.
Yeah, that's remarkable.
Yeah.
Can I tell you, at 30, it was exhausting. So adding 20 years to that, I just could not even imagine.
I'm sure. You're really happy for her.
My mom is always like, Vlad, you eventually have to get married and have kids because you don't want to be 50 and chasing a kid in the
Janet
playground. But now I can be like, Mom,
Janet Jackson could do it.
Why can't I?
Yeah.
Exactly right. All right.
Well, we've got lots of other stories I want to ask about, but this back and forth with gospel singer Kim Burrell, her comments about the gay community. Tell us about the latest fallout on that.
So you guys know, I'm not sure if you've seen the video. It's out there on Facebook, but she was giving of course, Kim Burrell is a pretty famous American gospel singer. She's also a pastor at a church in Houston, Texas. And last week, she was kind of going on a rant that was all caught on tape and wasn't saying very nice things about the LGBT community. And she was actually scheduled to be on the Ellen DeGeneres show tomorrow with Pharrell. They actually have a song together for the new movie Hidden Figures. And Ellen said this morning, I don't want you on my show. Of course, Ellen DeGeneres, a very outspoken gay activist and supporter, said, Kim, thanks, but no thanks. She was scheduled Pharrell. I'm not sure if Pharrell is definitely going to be performing alone. I doubt it. But Ellen does not want anything to do with this woman.
Have we heard from Kim Burrell or her people?
Yes, she did go out on a Facebook Live, and she said, of course, all the haters out there are only going to take tidbits of my comments and use them to make news, but she still said it. Those words came out of her mouth. She said, God loves all gay and lesbian women, but, he doesn't love the sin in you, and what you are doing and how you are living is sin. So, of course, those comments are getting a lot of attention worldwide.
When was she scheduled to appear on Ellen?
Tomorrow. It was supposed to air tomorrow, and
right.
Ellen had announced it earlier today that she was not invited anymore.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right, well, something a little more lighthearted. Entertainment Tonight has obtained some new information. I'm sad because I feel like Halle Berry can't catch a break when it comes to love. But
gonna be just fine,
the
don't you
guy
worry.
in me who is like, Halle is lovely, is like, ooh.
Excited,
No,
I know.
I love my girlfriend.
She'll be
So
just
what's
fine,
the deal?
don't
What's the deal with the divorce?
So Halle Berry, officially divorced. Her and Olivia Martinez, they are donezo. Of course, this was a very public split when he got in a fist fight with her first baby daddy. That wasn't really good. But yeah, no, she's officially divorced. She's free to do it. And of course, it made headlines yesterday because she had ran to the courthouse to file to be a petitioner in the divorce. He did the same, and he actually threw Halle a bone and said, you know what, I'll let you be the one to call it quits, and you be the one to file for divorce.
Because they've been separated for some time.
They have been separated, it was earlier this year where they had, of course, a very public fight around Easter time. So they have been separated, for about 8 months, and now, which is quick in celebrity divorce land, but now, officially off the market. They are back on the market, I should say. She's divorced.
Yeah, and she's struggled, though. She has struggled in the past with finding, the love of her life. This is, I don't know how many, Eric Benet.
Of course, and then she had Gabriel Aubry, who she had her beautiful daughter Nala with, and Olivia Martinez. They, of course, share a 3-year-old son together. Wow. They are going to get joint and legal custody of the son. But yeah, Halle, it should be interesting to see who she ends up with next.
Yeah,
right?
I want to ask you before you go. I know everyone's interested. Everyone wants to know. I want to ask you before you go, Jen, about the memorial. We were talking yesterday about the memorial service for Carrie Fisher and her mom, Debbie Reynolds. But we're also getting sort of a first look at the HBO documentary that had been following her around. Can we take a look at this, and I want you to tell us about this.
Mother and I live next door to each other. Mommy, I'm home. You cannot keep that phone. That's from when they first invented cell phones.
Works fine.
It's ridiculous.
Just dandy.
I have to go and start rehearsals for Star Wars 72. I'm concerned because my mother is not feeling well. This for the show?
I forgot I had it.
That's what's good about losing your memory is there's so many surprises.
It's like the old days in a way, but I'm like the old days, so.
My family, in particular, could overwhelm most people. It wasn't just my mother that was super famous. My dad was a world-class singer. They were the couple of America, one heck of a marketing tool.
My mother, she'll forget. She's not 35. Age is horrible for all of us, but she falls from a greater height.
Manic depressive is a disease. That was not diagnosed then. So nobody kind of knew what was going on with Carrie.
I went too fast. I was too much. I couldn't handle it.
That's it, that's all.
Okay, look.
Turn around this way because your rear end is to the camera.
I'm my mom's best friend.
I share everything with my dog,
That's right.
especially the check.
Far more than I ever would want to. I know what my mother feels and wants.
Now just do what your mother says. It makes life easier.
As if. There's a lot of it.
You see how much they loved each
I know.
other.
I know it's heartbreaking, but it's kind of really nice to see inside their lives. I mean, I feel like a lot of people forget that Debbie Reynolds was Carrie Fisher's mother, but you always knew that they were this famous mother-daughter duo, but you never really saw inside of their lives.
I
so
love
it's kind of ironic that we're seeing after they passed away just a week.
And they moved this up. They moved the release of this documentary.
They did,
up.
yeah. HBO is actually going to start premiering this documentary this Saturday night, January 7th. So we're going to see it pretty soon.
As you point out, we always forget that Carrie Fisher, was Hollywood royalty. Then they point out that her father was Eddie Fisher. He was a world-famous singer. They were the couple of their generation. It's sort of like Brad and Angelina when they were still together.
Yeah, and it's kind of nice to look back on the old Hollywood
For
royalty, too. You know, you forget how big of a family this is. And also, what is really sad to me, you forget how, I didn't even know that Carrie Fisher was that worried about her mom's health.
For sure.
So the fact that, Carrie died before Debbie, it must have been just heartbreaking for that mother.
And you have some new details about their funeral arrangements.
Yes, we actually just had recently learned that Carrie Fisher was cremated. We're not sure if that was her wishes. I'm sure they were. But Carrie Fisher was cremated, and half of her ashes will actually be buried with her mother, Debbie Reynolds, in her casket. Yeah. So, of course, private memorial this week for them out in LA.
Miss them already.
Yeah, I
Jen
know.
Peros, always so good to have you. Thanks so much for stopping by.
Thanks for having me, guys.